Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, please email me directly. Address is in the description below, tmosso@thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details. Reach out to me directly at tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing on this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Today, we're discussing a 2019 model year limited edition of 20 pieces in white gold, 41.9 millimeters in diameter. This is the Moser Cie Endeavour Tourbillon Concept Red. A red metallic fume fade dial with blued hands in a white gold Endeavour case. This watch is gorgeous. 12 millimeters thick, it measures 48.2 millimeters from lug to lug with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. This 20-piece edition is remarkably attractive, and you can see, we'll zoom out, put it on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, that it wears quite well. Being 12 millimeters thick, it's actually thinner than a Rolex Daytona, so it sits nice and low. You can see this down the barrel shot, proving I've got plenty of clearance on either side of my wrist for these lugs. And from over the top, you can see again, it's not really near the edge of my wrist. The watch has a nice weight to it, and because of the curvature of the lugs, it wraps around the edges of my wrist, a real nice fit. And you can see against the majority of my forearm, it's nicely proportioned. It doesn't look too big for a dress watch. Taking a quick look at the hardware and the software, the watch is a medium rectangular scale alligator leather strap. It is black semi-gloss monotone stitch. You can see it features a sheer cut edge. On the underside, a wonderful suede material in red, and this is a brand new Moser Cie factory strap. In white gold, alternately polished and satinated, we have something rarely seen on a Moser watch, a full deployment clasp that adds real value here, nicely counterweights the white gold case when it's worn loose on the wrist, and it also provides protection against accidentally dropping your watch. Now, taking a quick look at the case band, we know that Moser cases are machined and then hand finished, and that's how they get these deeply scalloped lug profiles. A beautifully made case. It features vertical mid-case satin finish, mirrored concave profiles, polished lug hoods, and then a simple, conical, sharply knurled Moser-branded crown. The bezel expands at 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock, and you can see it appears almost like molten metal that's been drawn out and then flash frozen. The bezel is conical in profile all the way around. We have a slightly domed sapphire crystal over a red fume dial. Now, a lot going on here. First, let's talk about what concept means in Moser speak. Let me polish off my surly fingerprints. I'm sorry about that. But concept dial in Moser speak means a dial with no printing, no text, no maker's mark, no statement of origin, no indices, no embellishment. And that's what we have right here. Fume means the fade, from bright red at the center to dark at the edge, almost burgundy or maroon at the edge. We have blued leaf-style hands at center for contrast. Note the polishing of the cannon pinion on which they're mounted. And so this is the concept fume red. That's what we're getting. What you see is what you get. But look closer and you might be surprised that it's more than you expect. A flying tourbillon here, not merely a tourbillon, but no upper bridge to block your view of the mechanism. You can also see that the tourbillon carriage is extensively hand finished. So whereas Moser watches are typically a judicious blend of machine finish and hand finish, they put lots of lavish hand finishing into the components on the dial side of this one. You have a remarkably well finished tourbillon assembly. It is a 1-minute tourbillon. It beats away at 21,600 vibrations per hour. It is an automatic winding movement with a 3-day power reserve, and you can see 2 flat hairsprings that have been pinned at their studs 180 degrees apart from each other. So regardless of position, when one is induced to beat faster by gravity, the other in the opposite position will behave oppositely, so slowing it down and canceling out the effects of gravity on the watch, reclaiming the original purpose of the tourbillon, which after all was regularity and precision over time, evening out the effects of gravity on the watch. We have a watch that uses ceramic rotor bearings and bidirectional winding with a magic lever style winding system, both very shock resistant and very efficient. You can see the underside of the tourbillon carriage. In order to brace a single-sided tourbillon mount, they use a wide bearing, and you'll appreciate the fact that the underside of the tourbillon assembly is also nicely finished. We have one golden chaton fixing the barrel arbor, and you can see black polished screws holding that in place, a nod to the pocket watch era. The overall architecture of the bridge is designed to read like a 3/4 bridge, because Moser was famous for its pocket watches and their 3/4 bridges back in the 19th and early 20th century. All of the wheels feature satination, and the screw heads are black polished or mirror polished on their tops. There's satination on all the wheels, wheels, including those of the train that you can't see, and you can see that there's both brushing and interior recessed media blasting on the rotor with a lovely double-crested Côte de Genève and all of this water-resistant down to 20 meters. The watch is the full package from a company that only makes 1,500 watches a year. This is the rarest of the rare, being a 20-piece limited edition. Please reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.